a minister, an aide to then California Attorney General Kamala Harris,
Never
and
heard
an
of her.
Emmy winner walk into a bar.
What?
Into a jail. My bad. 36-year-old Brandon Keel, his father-in-law, 46-year-old David Henry, and 56-year-old Reverend Tonette Hayes. Wow. That was a glittery burp.
Yuck.
Were arrested in 2014 on multiple misdemeanor counts of impersonating police, perjury, and misuse of government identification.
And being eerily 1 decade apart in age.
Victimless
Oh,
crimes.
yeah. Like all three of them.
I don't like that.
We got 36, we got 46, we got 56.
Mm.
The rule of three. Maybe they are like divine.
Illuminati.
They are celestial beings.
They are. This ragtag trio may not have attended police academy, but they were part of a centuries-old secret society within the Masonic Temple. Quote, according to a 2014 story in the LA Watts Times, Henry and Keel were members of Sir Briley's Knights of Luxor, Knights Templars, Grand Lodge, AASR.
Too
Okay.
many fucking words. There are
Not
too
enough
many
words?
sects. Too many words.
Give me more words. Give me more sects.
There's
Sir
this.
Briley's Knights of Luxor, Knights Templars, Grand
Templars,
Lodge.
Grand Lodge, AASR.
Why is there a huge
ASMR.
name and then an acronym?
Mm.
Why is
Stupid.
Knights listed twice?
Again, brothers,
Because
knights.
Briley's Knights of Luxor and Knights Templars are two different things.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
Okay.
The Masonic Fraternal Police Department claims to be a 3,000-year-old law enforcement group descended from the Knights Templar.
Right.
God.
Connected with over 5,000 lodges nationwide that recognize their authority and claimed to have jurisdiction in 33 states as well as Mexico.
33.
And I, too, was curious about what the fuck Knights Templar was, so I scampered over to Wikipedia, and 2 sentences on that says, the Knights Templar is a fraternal order affiliated with Freemasonry, unlike initial degrees conferred in a regular Masonic lodge, which in most regular Masonic jurisdictions only require a belief in a supreme being, regardless of religious affiliation. The Knights Templar is one of several additional Masonic orders in which membership is open only to Freemasons who profess a belief in Christianity.
Great.
So it's a very specific Christian Freemason subgroup with a lot of rules, but we won't go there.
The regular ones. They're the hard ass ones.
So the Masonic Fraternal Police Department, the MFPD,
The non-cops.
the non-cops, they had a website which is now defunct, which I'm really sad about because I bet it was fucking awesome.
The graphics.
Oh, I'm sure. It was like the
Heaven's Gate website.
I was gonna say, it's like, it had to have been like Heaven's Gate website, but more
a
flashy.
dark background.
Yeah. There was probably a lot of gold, and we'll get to the
An
gold.
eagle.
Yeah.
Something flashing.
Exactly.
Spinning.
Oh, a song
An orb
automatically plays
slowly
when you get to their
spinning.
homepage.
Really?
Their top
Yeah.
8 must have been amazing.
Their top 8. Tom.
They somehow got Tom out of their top 8 and replaced it with Jesus. So their now defunct website stated, quote, Grand Masters around the various states are facing serious safety concerns for their jurisdictions and their family members. When asked, what is the difference between the Masonic Fraternal Police Department and other police departments? The answer is simple for us. We were here first.
3,000
We are
years ago.
3,000 fucking years ago.
We have a secret handshake.
Exactly. And really cool uniforms. We'll get to it. We are born into this organization. Our bloodlines go deeper than an application. Like for the police force.
Got it.
This is more than a job. It is an obligation. And then is spelled THEN. That was not me. I copied and pasted that.
Got it.
So their uniforms, they
All
did
lines
have they had police officer costume regalia, to make them look like actual cops. But their more celebratory Masonic Fraternal Police Department, MFPD, outfits were sick as fuck.
So their dress whites or whatever.
Oh, they're fucking dripping.
Okay.
The drip was so strong.
Okay.
Their uniforms were so much cooler than cops that if I was pulled over by one of these folks, I'd be like, here's all of my money.
I would submit.
I comply.
Oh.
Where do I apply?
Wow.
Is this
he
this
does
photo?
have a top hat.
There's a photo. Yep.
And
A silk top hat.
Like, what do you
Yep.
call
So if
that
you head to the drive/blog,
necklace thing that he's got?
I will describe this sick fit in detail.
This sick fit.
The gentleman you see adorned in a top hat, aviators, a fitted suit with gold and maroon cuffs embroidered in also gold, traditional Masonic symbols.
And fringe.
A lot of fringe. A Freemason chain collar depicting traditional Masonic symbols as well.
A priestly
holding-
little collar thing.
So priestly. And holding a judicial gravel is David Henry. And this is a fit that Lil Jon would wear.
I like his pocket square. It's one of the fancy ones with 4 points.
He honestly looks fucking fresh.
Yeah.
I
this
might
man
have
looks
to get
amazing.
This ensemble for Zach for his PhD graduation.
Totally.
I honestly think that makes perfect sense. And I think he will wear it well.
Also, I can tell this man smells really good.
Oh, yeah. You know it. You know it. So his name is David Henry, or the Supreme Sovereign Grandmaster David Henry X.
Yes.
Or 10. Either 10 or X. It wasn't explained.
Liquid 4.
Liquid 4.
Liquid 4.
Yellow 5.
My mom keeps calling Liquid IV Liquid 4. And it's so cute. Fucking Roman numerals.
I forgot about Liquid 4. Oh, honey. She's called me twice during this recording.
Yeah.
I have reminded her that we are not recording 1, but 2 episodes today, and she needs to just text me if she needs something. And she has not responded to that text message. So that's fine. Hi, Momar. A journalist
Not
for Vice
listening.
News, she's definitely not, was curious about Henry's regalia and called a California Masonic shop to learn more. Because they do, they have
There's gotta be somewhere to
Outfitters.
consistently get your robes.
Masonic outfitters.
Can't rely on Amazon.
Yeah. Masonic
Mason.
Anthropology. That's funny.
Yeah,
The
add
woman
it to
on the
the
other
list.
end of the line explained, quote, "We do sell chain collars, like that cool necklace he's wearing, but we only sell those to members of fraternities. I do not sell those to the general public." And whether Henry was an actual Freemason remained to be seen.
Just start your own group, Henry.
I mean,
No problem. Be like, oh,
Pretty
great. I started my own. Now sell it to me.
What thousands
Did it.
have done before you with
Yeah.
Yeah,
reckless
I mean,
abandon.
pretty much.
Doesn't mean anything.
Reverend Hayes represents the ladies, claiming to be a member of the Lady Jewel of the Nile Grand Chapter
Luck?
and the Order of the Eastern Stars.
Mm-hmm.
The order is a women-only affiliate of the Masons, but Shirley Broadnax, the Grand Secretary of the Golden State Eastern Stars, was skeptical that the Lady Jewel was even a legitimate group at all.
Why start
She gave-
there?
Why start there? Shirley gave an absolutely flawless soundbite saying, quote, "I know just about everything from coast to coast, and I ain't never heard of that." To which I say, you tell him, Shirley.
Yeah, she's like, Lady Jewel
I
of
call-
the Nile Grand Chapter? I don't think so.
Sounds
I call
fishy.
bullshit. I call bullshit. My name is Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. But the women's groups weren't the only ones trying to distance themselves from these three, and the only ones who staunchly denied the existence of any police order affiliated with the Freemasons. Quote, both the Masons of California, the umbrella group for 60,000 Masons in the state, and the Prince Hall Grand Lodge Masons, an offshoot organization of predominantly African-American men's group headquartered in Los Angeles, said that Henry and his group were unrelated to their organizations. And that is important because
He's just a free floater.
He's just a free floater, and the oh my God, I can't think of words. I'm too drunk. This comment from this African-American Freemasons group is pertinent because the three that we're talking about today are Black.
Okay.
So they're like, not only are they not Freemasons in the like kind of what we know as old white man way, but also like the Black Freemasons of the United
Also
States
are not
and of
claiming
California
them.
specifically are like, they're not with us.
Got
We do not know who they
I
They
don't
are.
know.
are their own group.
I don't know her.
This man ordered a sick fit from somewhere.
His outfit is fucking amazing.
doesn't
and
even
also,
go here.
He does not even
It just
go
reminds
here.
me of that shop in like Tonkawood or whatever
Yes!
that like sold all the like school
Why? And
uniforms
it's still open.
and like the patches for like
I can't.
the letter
Oh my God.
jackets.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where we got our debate pants made. You can get
Mhm.
trophies and medals for anything you want.
Yeah, they're just
Yep.
like a wall of different school uniforms and like a big catalog.
Also, I think this might be a throwback because, Lucy, didn't you quote Margaret Jacob in your
I
seg?
think so.
UCLA
Woman.
professor Margaret Jacob,
A woman.
Yes.
Yes.
An expert on Freemasonry said that she had never heard of either Sir Briley's Knights or Lady Jewel of the Nile. And, quote, doubted very much they are part of established and recognized Freemasonry.
But what is recognized? One group's recognized as another group's trash.
There it is. So what we know for sure is that these folks are neither police nor actual Freemasons. And I also love this quote from a neighbor. Quote, I always see them with their uniforms, so I thought they were part of a department. I didn't know it was a fake one. Henry's
A
neighbor,
uniform
Sherry.
will confer a lot of authority on a rando.
Straight up, I'd be like,
Totes.
oh,
A rando.
okay, you work here.
Yeah.
Shirley was like, I just assumed they work for the police.
Fair.
Nope, didn't know. But they were going to do whatever they could to become real. You guys, this is so unhinged. I love it. Early in their endeavor, the trio were sending letters like incessantly to heads of local law enforcement agencies in Southern California announcing that David Henry had been elected as chief of the MFPD.
Oh.
The fictional MFPD. And when these departments understandably ignored the letters, they would then
Derek
call.
foldered the fuck out of that
They would
shit.
Derek folder the letters and then
Straight up shredded them.
and then they'd make their little baby intern, 36-year-old Brandon Keel, call the departments to follow up
Oh, no.
on the letters that they sent.
Did you receive
did
our
you get my letter?
correspondence?
Did you get my
Did you
letter?
hear my joke?
Did you hear my joke? Did you get it? So, sweet young Brandon would explain that he was the chief deputy director of the MFPD and wanted to meet with their higher-ups to figure out how the agencies could work together.
This is a fast track to being a police chief is just make up your own police department.
I mean, yes, but the things that were of the jurisdiction of the MFPD are extremely limited, and we will get to it. So most departments didn't bite on a meeting, but one curious capture did. Captain Roosevelt Johnson of the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff's
That
Station.
guy is definitely a Freemason in an actual lodge.
Yep.
Probably.
His name is
and he's
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt
As a first
Johnson.
name.
Captain
Yes.
Roosevelt
And he's
Johnson.
Roosevelt
like,
Johnson.
I'm going to check this out. My lodge
I-
leader assigned me this meeting.
Got
Pretty
nothing
much.
better to do.
He recalls the meeting as being, quote, full of red flags. Saying
Not
they
literal
were not
red flags, although that
No.
would be a good guess because it's all about uniforms.
It's true. The outfit could do well with the addition of red flags. I think that would
Maroon
be quite
flags.
good. Maroon flags. Maroon 5.
Gold.
Maroon 5.
Saying they were not able to answer, quote, basic questions about MFPD's jurisdiction and overall department mission.
You need a mission statement. It's like the first
At
thing.
least. Detective Amalia Hernandez testified that during the meeting, Brandon Keel did much of the talking and said that the group would not handle 911 emergency calls and only matters pertaining to Masonic group.
Okay, but like, what if the 911 call has to do with the Masonic group?
They
The
stole
call
their
is coming from inside the house.
the lodge.
He just wants to be the police department for all of California's lodges.
Yeah,
Pretty
in
much.
case someone
And
steals their
lodges
scripture
in-
books.
and lodges in 32 additional states as well as Mexico.
Okay.
In case someone lets in a woman.
Exactly. Keel also said the State Department of Justice was well aware of and supportive of the Masonic Fraternal Police Department because if we remember from at the top of my segment, Brandon Keel was working as an aide to then California Attorney General Kamala Harris.
Oh my God.
So he's like, oh, I work for Kamala.
And I
We're
approve
cool.
it, so it's
So
fine.
therefore,
She knows all about this.
Yeah.
Good. Kamala's
Green lights all the way through the interstate. Let's do
She
this.
is the Lady Nile
Santa Clarita
Jewel
PD.
of the whatever Eternal Order. Got it.
Let's
Oh my
fucking
God.
go. So, having literally set up a meeting to inform the police that they were impersonating police officers in their own fancy way. You guys, I can't believe it's real. It's so good. This was enough to carry out an investigation that included a raid on two of the trio's homes. And in those homes, they found badges identified. This was David Henry and Brandon Keel's houses were raided. And they found badges, ID cards, weapons, uniforms.
Incredible outfits.
Incredible outfits. Police,
Sashes.
quote unquote, police type vehicles, which like all that means is that
They had like a
Keel
siren.
had like a Ford Mustang with like a Dwight Schrute attachable siren. And other quote unquote law enforcement equipment. I have no idea what that is.
Handcuffs, tasers.
Sure, maybe.
I'm speculating.
Yeah, but you're probably spot on. Like stuff that you could easily get.
Ugly shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, the ugliest shoes. Not me thinking you were saying a glee shoe. And I was like, what is a glee shoe?
Do I need one?
Back up.
Where do I
What is the-
buy one?
The height of French fashion, ugly shoe. Sign me the fuck up.
Ugly
You guys, this
shoe?
wine is insane. Ugly shoe.
Yeah, the wine's insane.
I think the glitter is blocking your synapses.
I love it. I'm going to join their wine
Glitter's
club.
just
How much
sitting
glitter is
on
in
all
my
of your
teeth?
dopamine receptors.
It really is. I
Firing.
feel so good.
Quick, do a cartwheel. Shake them loose.
I couldn't do that at the height of my
Try it.
athleticism when I was
Try
like
it.
9.
Athleticism.
Try it? No.
My mom tried to
So-
do a somersault when I was like 7
Ma'am,
years
did she
old.
break her back?
Got her.
What did she do?
She just got hurt. My dad was telling me she used to be a cheerleader, which she was never a fucking cheerleader. He was
There's
making
no
fun
way.
of her, and then we peer pressured her into trying to do a somersault.
Honey,
She, like,
no.
pulled
She's
the
all
muscle.
elbows and knees.
I know. She's too
Angular.
Your
flaily to
mother
do a
is the
somersault.
most beautiful scarecrow that ever exists. She's like a stunning Met Gala scarecrow.
Yeah.
She's just gorgeous.
She
but
can't do a
she's angular.
somersault.
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
I bet she could do a mean
Okay.
cartwheel. Okay.
I bet
A
you.
round off.
So this is a quote from Vice News. Quote, when the group's website was still up, it stated that the Masonic Fraternal Police Department was founded by the Knights Templar in 1100 BC. And was also BC.
is wrong.
Before Christ.
Before Christ. We're an order dedicated to Christianity.
To Christ. It's so good. It was also the oldest and most respected organization in the world. Obviously, those claims are hard to disprove.
World's
then there was
best
the part-
coffee.
World's best coffee. You did it. You made the world's best coffee. But then there was the part about the Masonic Fraternal Police Department having jurisdiction in 33 states and Mexico. It's a detail that could really capture the imagination of the news-reading public, evoking images of Henry, Hayes, and Keel patrolling drug war-ravaged Mexico in full Masonic gear, end quote.
He's so hot. Oh my God. There's so many layers.
Sweaty. Yeah. Chief Henry took it upon himself to legitimize the MFPD to the public, frequently patronizing the Backwoods restaurant in Santa Clarita in full-blown police regalia, handing out business cards and spreading the word about his organization's presence.
There are so many crazy fucking people out there. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I know, but I love them. Like, they're actually not hurting anyone. They're just a little loony, and I love them.
I mean, they could eventually hurt someone.
Oh, they could, but anyone
they-
could. I could eventually hurt someone.
they-
I have.
Are they carrying weapons? Are they trying
Not
to
really.
like citizens arrest people?
Not that I know of.
Only
the only reason
jurisdiction is Masonic business.
Masonic business, and literally the only reason they were even found out is because they wanted to work with the
They
police.
requested a meeting.
They requested so many meetings, and someone finally was
followed
like,
up.
you know what? I got time.
Sure.
Let's fucking
You
do
know what?
it.
I need some overtime this month.
Let's
Let's
go.
do it. Get
Just
this on the book.
Straight up curious.
Yes.
I need
Quote,
to know what the fuck you're talking about.
what is going on? Yes, I'll take this meeting. Clear the rest of my day. Quote, he was very big on saying, I'm the chief. I'm the chief. A server from Backwoods Restaurant told Vice News.
A server reported.
He also loved to share photos he had of himself with Bill Clinton. And I tried to find these photos because they were referenced in this Vice News article, but then like the link to the picture was down, and it turns out they're all gone because they were hosted on Google Plus, which no longer exists.
Oh, no.
I fucking cried. Okay. So these pictures are just gone, but like can confirm he like went to some political dinner meet and greet
Right.
thing and got a
And Bill
picture with
Clinton
Bill
will
Clinton.
take a picture with anybody.
Yeah.
Right, and then was like, I'm the chief. Also, here's me and my bestie, Bill Clinton. I promise this is real. I'm the chief. I'm the chief.
Right. Right.
It's just like, here's my business
No
card.
questions.
I got 200 of them for free on Vistaprint. I hope you like it. So, why were they doing
They were
this?
printed with like an inkjet printer. It's like almost out of
Probably.
ink. There's
It's
like
cut
yellow
out.
where there's not supposed to be yellow.
Their printer won't work because red is missing, even though no one has used red for like 10 years.
I'm the chief.
Anyway.
I'm the chief.
I'm the chief. So we legitimately don't know why they
Any
were
of this
doing
happened.
this. Like, there isn't a criminal motive for this at all.
They weren't scamming anyone.
No.
They weren't profiting.
They weren't pulling people over. They weren't stealing. Like, most folks who impersonate officers
Yeah.
are doing it to get away with some other crime.
Right.
But that is not the
He
case
just likes
here.
to
It is
be the chief. He likes to wear the regalia.
He likes the outfit.
Yeah. It's the opposite, in fact, because they were literally harassing police departments all over the state trying to join forces.
I'm with
Like, they're not
Amanda. I
trying to-
love them.
I love them so much. So, I mean, obviously that's not the best strategy for folks trying to impersonate officers to cover up some kind of crime ring. And absolutely nothing in this investigation returned like criminal or nefarious intent. Like the only criminal act was putting on the uniform and saying, I'm the chief at the bar down the street. Like that was it. And the case, as it approached trial in 2016, started to fall apart. And an absolutely shocking and tragic twist of fate, the Supreme Sovereign Grand Master David Henry X, or X, died mere hours after appearing in a San Fernando courtroom in April of 2016 of pulmonary embolism.
Oh,
They poisoned him.
no.
He knew too much.
He was the chief.
Maybe.
He was the chief.
He was indeed the chief.
Yeah.
And they had
And
to
now
take
he is
him
the
out.
chief of the afterlife. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, he was only 47.
He transitioned.
Powerful.
He was too
He
powerful.
transitioned.
It's so sad. Earlier that same day, charges against Kamala's former aide, Brandon Keel, were dismissed entirely.
He was too powerful.
He was too powerful. They had to take him. He had to evolve to his next form. Wherever David Henry is
Transited.
now, I hope he just has a good top hat guy because he looks so fucking good
I
in a
bet
top
they buried
hat.
him in his outfit.
I hope so.
He
He earned at least that.
wore that fucking suit.
He wore the fuck out of that
Mhm.
suit. So charges against Brandon Keel were dismissed entirely, and it sounds like Reverend Tonette's were also tossed out eventually. Like, I don't have the follow-up. I literally searched their names and like, where are they now?
Yeah. I want to
Couldn't
know
find
what,
anything.
what Brandon Keel's career has been since working from
I-
Kamala and then all of this coming out.
Yeah, he got put on administrative leave during the investigation and then was dismissed from her team.
Oh no.
I don't know if he is currently in politics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but he does not work for Kamala anymore. Tell you that.
Well, now we know how Joe Biden got elected.
Pretty much. It was Kale. According to the Los Angeles Times, David Henry's death all but closed the investigation into whether teaming up with his friends and family members dressing in police costume or even his Illuminati Grand Master Henry X costume and going around to local businesses claiming to be some kind of law enforcement officer constituted a crime at all.
I would argue no, because his outfit was so specific. It wasn't like he
So-
looked like a cop.
No.
In that outfit, he didn't look like a cop, but they did have
Badges and
outfits
stuff.
that were more like
Copish.
your regular run-of-the-mill
So
cop
this was the
outfits.
dress uniform.
Yeah.
Yes, these were his. This was his tux and tails,
Got it.
babe. This was for meeting Bill Clinton.
Got it.
It was his Clinton fit.
This was his Clinton fit. His Clit fit.
Ish.
Whatever. Henry was vocal on YouTube in his belief that the entire investigation was an elaborate ruse. Oh my God. To derail Kamala Harris's then Senate run. And who knows? Maybe it was.
Fucking, I'm sure Kamala's like, what? What
I
the
don't-
fuck did Brandon do?
I don't need nor want your support, but thank you so much.
Let's go, Brandon.
Whose hand did I shake?
Yeah. And Brandon Keel's attorney, Gary Castleman, made a good point in court saying that police at any point during the group's consistent outreach to their departments,
Follow-ups.
quote, could have told Mr. Henry and Miss Hayes and Mr. Keel, listen, this is not a good idea. Someone might think you are impersonating a police officer. And then he goes on to say, I think police are jealous of anyone who might be perceived as an interloper or, pardon the expression, a competitor.
Hell yeah.
Jealous.
They're
Just
jealous.
So they launched an investigation
They're
rather than just
just
trying to shut it down with a conversation. And I agree
Yeah,
with him.
totally.
Isn't
They wanted to go after these people, and these people are also black.
oh yeah?
And so I think they took the opportunity to
people
be
do
like,
this
we're
shit
going
all
to
the
raid your
time.
house. Yes, they're just
and
fucking
it's freedom of speech.
Yeah, they're just being little assholes, and they wanted to fuck up these people's lives. And turns out they really weren't doing anything.
Freedom of costume.
Freedom of costume.
Isn't there a fraternal order of police, like a legitimate?
There is, but it's not I looked this up. That's not like a Freemason thing. It's literally like a police union frat
Yeah, got it.
organization.
Yeah.
And that's not international. That's national. You can join the police frat. It's like not under the umbrella of the police union. But yeah, there is a fraternity for police for sure.
Blue Lives Matter.
Because they need more clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
They need more
close
more associations.
Echo chambers.
With powerful people.
Yeah.
The boys in
So-
blue.
Exactly. So the investigation also had some holes that led to Keel's case dismissal. Castleman said that detectives had conducted an improper search of his client's personal computer and that evidence found on it should be dropped. Burping. He also contended that the search warrant used in the probe did not cover Keel's vehicle, which was a Ford Mustang issued by the state for use by Department of Justice employees.
Oh.
So it was like...
He had a company car. Brandon had a company car.
He had a company car for Kamala's
Wow.
team. And like Kamala was the AG, so it was a Ford Mustang that's probably very similar to those like kind of undercover police Mustangs that they put out. Like a lot of the sheriff's department or like state troopers drive that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, this could also be, even though it doesn't say police on it, this could have been perceived as a police vehicle.
Well, it was also presumably paid for by public funds.
Right.
Exactly.
Taxpayer money
and
went to this man's
well, right.
Batmobiles.
But the lawyer is saying that they didn't have the right warrant to search his vehicle where the laptop
was found because he didn't own the car. This Department of Justice owned the car.
Ooh,
precisely.
Got it.
Precisely. And the laptop is where like basically Keel was the intern who like built the website for the police, for the Fraternal
Wrote
Police
all the
Department.
memos.
Yeah, he had
bad for Keel.
He had the like hard copies of
I
like
have got to find this man.
of like Mr. Henry's really cool outfit and like his mission statement. Like that stuff's on his laptop because, you know, Reverend Tonette and David Henry are not fucking running the website. That's for sure. So the attorney said that even if the search of Keel's Mustang was valid, law enforcement could not search the computer since it violated the Fourth Amendment. He said, quote, there was no consent to that search. They could have applied for a warrant, but they didn't do that. So at the end of the day, these folks, one is dead, sadly, and the other two are fine. Like their cases were dismissed. As for where Reverend Hayes and Brandon Keel are now, I don't know.
I'm pretty
like I said,
sure Brandon Keel is a realtor.
I love that for Brandon. Love that for Brandon.
Beautiful website. I think this is him. I'll send a picture.
I love
Go,
it.
Brandon.
I don't think they're working in law enforcement, which is probably for the best. But that's my case. I know it was a shorty, but I just loved them so much.
So good. I'm sending BrandonKeelRealty.com to the chat.
Yeah,
Actually, a really nice website. I
Time to go
apologize
down
if you're not
that
the
rabbit
Brandon
hole.
Keel, but you look like the Brandon Keel and you're in California.
I mean,
And you love a good
how
suit.
many Brandon Keels could there be?
Amazing.
Does he have a top hat? Oh, I see it. Oh my God. Totally him.
It's definitely him.
It's totally him.
God, I'm good.
Good for him. He's a real, you are good. He's a realtor.
Nice. Good for him.
He's a realtor now.
Anyway, that's my case. Well, I sure hope you liked that clip. If you did like that clip, make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving us a nice review, and joining us on Patreon for even more video content, audio content, salacious content all around. Come join us. Treat yourself.